All right, we are officially recording. Uh-oh, Chris dropped off. That's all right. Oh, there's Nicole. So I'm so glad you guys could join us. What I wanted to do was just kind of get us reconnected to our whys. We went to a boot camp in Vegas a couple weekends ago, and I really left the experience with the feeling of, being able to connect with your why and having that solid, because in this business that we're doing, if somebody says no, if, you get some frustrations, if you're not connected with that, strong, solid why, it's very easy to get discouraged and just kind of let that go. So that's where I kind of got the idea for this. Erica's raising her hand. Yes, Erica. No, you didn't raise your hand? Okay. This is a participation call. So yes, if you have any questions, just, I don't know. I just got this notification Erica was raising her hand. So anyway, so yeah, what I wanted to do was just kind of go through some steps and think about and just kind of, get really solid on what our why is and kind of do that together, because we're coming into conference and it's a really exciting time. So if you will humor me, I thought we could take just a few seconds. Hi, Chris. And just kind of like get rid of the outside distractions that we've had. I don't know, some of us have kids around or dogs or different things like that. Oh, Erica's going into hiding. Just kidding. But let's take just 20 seconds. And this is something that I've been doing. Blue does with me when I start something, is to just kind of get centered and kind of grounded and think about what we're doing. So if you so feel comfortable, let's take 20 seconds and just close your eyes and take some breaths and just kind of come into right now and just shed everything that's outside. And just kind of come into where you are right now. And we're just going to take 20 minutes and really focus in on what we want to do and why we're here. So as we're just taking some quiet time, I want you to think back on the moment when you decided to start your virtual franchise. So maybe it was when you were introduced to Juice Plus. Maybe it was when you learned about Tower Gardens. What was that feeling inside of you? And just kind of think about what that feeling was and how did it feel inside your body. And if you thought, whatever thoughts that you felt. Let's take one more deep breath. Thank you. Now let's write that down. So just take a moment, 30 seconds, and just kind of write down anything that came to your mind. And would anybody care to share what you wrote down? It's not a mandatory participation, but if you'd like to share.
I will. I remember doing it. I actually remember being at Zorba. Is it Zorba? It was that coffee shop. And just thinking, I can do this. This will be easy. I felt excited. Thought it would be fun. And just the thought of being able to quit working and doing this, I was like, this would be awesome. So that was kind of where I remembered feeling.
Awesome. At Sozo. Was it Sozo?
That's it, not Sorbus.
I think that's in the same strip, actually.
Is it?
Thanks, Erica. Does anybody else want to share?
I will. My situation was a little bit different, probably, because I really had an interest in becoming a rep after I'd taken it for a few years, and we lived in California, but I didn't know how to go about it. And I called the company and asked for an application, and then I thought, well, if I fill this out, then what am I going to do? So I didn't do anything till we moved back here, and I wanted to get our daughter on Juice Plus, and we were going to pay for it because she was really, really sick. And so I signed up to be a rep, just friends and family mostly. But I was excited about it and curious.
Right. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Then it was a long growing process.
Yeah. Well, it goes.
I'll share.
Wonderful.
So I signed up as a rep and a customer at the same time, mostly because I wanted to earn on what I was buying. It just made sense to me to do that. And then I went to the Super Saturday training after Jay Martin was here. And I missed Jay. I wasn't able to be there that Saturday or that Friday, but I went and just was really pumped about the business. Like, it is just such an amazing company. All that they do, all that they provide for like building you up, and not just in the business, but just overall. You know, I love being a part of something that is so mission driven. And I just felt, honestly, I just felt God leading me to get going on it. Like, this is what he wants me to do. Like, he wants me sharing this with people. And I just keep getting confirmation time and again that I'm doing the right thing. And so, yeah, that's mine.
Wonderful. Thanks, Nicole.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think just from the three of you that shared, you know, we've kind of seen that we all come into this with different feelings, different expectations, different ways that have led us here. So now I want to switch gears. I had posted these earlier, but I'm going to post them again and just kind of want you to reflect. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Just kind of go through and jot down answers to these. Can you see the three categories of why? Yep. There? Yeah? Okay. Great. So let's just take about 60 seconds and go through. So there's three main categories that, we could think about. Our Juice Plus virtual franchise. Is it, are we wanting to do things for fulfillment, for financial reasons, or for fun? I think for a lot of this, it's all three, but just going through these questions and answering them, just jot down answers on paper, that's going to help kind of, figure out where you really are in this. So let's just take 60 seconds and, what questions and what areas really stand out to you? Okay, let's take about maybe 15 more seconds. Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. We're just kind of jotting down answers to the questions. Can you see the 3 categories? Okay, we're just kind of jotting down some answers there.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm in my pajamas.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing. I can share this with you if you'd like some additional time with it. But would anybody like to share kind of some things that stood out for them that, you know, really kind of resonates with where you are right now?
I'll share. Definitely the financial for me right now.
Okay.
I am in transition and my caseload is going down. And so if I don't work and don't see kids for therapy, our pocketbook is definitely affected. And we've definitely felt it in the last couple of months. So having that residual income and not having to worry is something that's really big for me right now. And, you know, it's been an eye-opener to realize how dependent my family is on my income.
Thanks for sharing, Chris. That's great.
Yeah, my boys are like, we're broke. Oh my gosh.
No pressure.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
We're just in a transition period. It's okay. It'll, you know, things will turn around.
Yep.
But that's how they see it, you know.
See you in a little bit.
It's a change.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
No.
No, because it's,
Hey, Nicole.
yeah, am I talking? I'm sorry.
You are. That's okay. If you just want to mute out for a sec, that's great. Anybody else want to share anything that came across? Leslie, are you volunteering your mom? Uh-oh.
I'm in a different age group than most of you. I've got a different purpose, and I don't want to be like most of the other people in my age group. I love the community of Juice Plus. I would love to help them be healthier and be able to enjoy what I'm enjoying instead of walking around with canes and being sick and all kind. I mean, it's crazy to hear the things that are going on. I'm not a part of it, and I hope I don't get to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing, Deanna. Great. Anybody else? I can share for me at this point, a big part of that is fulfillment. Just being part of something bigger than me and my world. It's wonderful. I'm so happy to be at home raising my boys and be available for them whenever they need me, but it's just really exciting to be a part of this mission of, you know, really making a difference and changing the world around us. So, you know, honestly, like all 3 groups are very, very important to me. I do have financial reasons. It is, you know, we have a lot of fun together and the fulfillment. So it's pretty cool to kind of look through these. But so before I ask the next question, I want to just you know, if you feel comfortable, does anybody have any issues with making money or, you know, the financial aspect of things? Is it just me? It used to be me, and I want to address that just because I was raised in a family where, you know, being rich or having a lot of money was bad. And so I've had that kind of in my head where if I wanted to be successful in something, I, was kind of, disappointing my parents, and I had to overcome a lot of that. And, something that I've heard is, money isn't the most important thing, but it kind of ranks up there with oxygen. And also having money makes you more of who you are. So it allows you to give more. It allows you to become more of who you are. And so that's something that's really settled with me and really made a big impact for me over the last couple of years. So, okay. So the next question is, think about your Juice Plus virtual franchise and think about a dollar amount. What do you want your monthly check to be? And just jot that down, and don't overanalyze it, don't qualify it, don't judge it, criticize it. What do you want that dollar amount to be? Everybody have something? I'm not going to ask you to share it, don't worry. Now I want you to take that number and I want you to think through and just kind of jot down some feelings, some emotions, some answers as I ask these questions. So if your Juice Plus check was coming in and making that amount, what would that mean to you? How would you feel? And if you were bringing in that dollar amount every month, what would you do with it? And how would your life change? So again, I'll go through those 4 questions. So if that paycheck was coming in every month, what would that mean to you? How would you feel? What would you do with that income? And how would your life change? So without sharing a dollar amount of what's in your head, does anybody want to share any of those thoughts or feelings that you jotted down? Emotions, what it would mean to you? Oh, Allison? You're muted for some. Are you trying to talk? I hope.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I think I got them a little confused, but for mine, I just wrote down 4 different things I put. I would definitely put it into savings, so I would put it away to where it's not readily accessible. I would feel comfortable. I'd have a sense of satisfaction and pride. So a little bit of one words to answer all of those.
Awesome.
I would, go ahead, Erica.
Okay. For me, I just put freedom. I would feel, well, and I initially had one number, and then it was like that. The first number that came to mind was just kind of like the bottom line number that I would really I'd feel content with. And then I had a larger number that it was like for my ultimate goal per se. So I'm just going to focus on the smaller number, which was I just put freedom, contentment. We'd be able to save, we'd be able to do more things, like just not really have to worry so much about our spending. So
I'm along those lines too, less stress. You'd be feeling like, more freedom. We would definitely be getting out of debt.
Wonderful. I'm hearing freedom, less stress, kind of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has to share, but does anybody else want to share?
I think Erica should share the wine.
You can come over.
Yana, were you going to say something?
I'd sure have a feeling of just personal comfort, comfort with myself, and pleased that I don't know if my mom will still be here whenever this happens, but I would be so pleased that she would be just excited for me. And for her, she'd be excited for her because she could brag about me.
Wonderful. Well, I'll share mine, but Nancy, did you want to share anything, or I couldn't tell if you were gonna, I don't want to put you on the spot, but.
It's okay. Mine was just kind of going back with what you were saying earlier with, the freedom to be who you are, to have the ability to have the money, quite frankly, to do what you want to do.
Wonderful. Yeah, for me, it's been such an evolution. When I first started this business, it was just about covering the cost or getting, Juice Plus for the best, cost possible. And, I've got so much into it now. I've got, I've always been like this fiercely independent person. And when I gave up my job to come home and stay with the kids, I was no longer bringing in income into the house. And, Paul is absolutely fantastic. He's never, made me feel like I have to ask for money or anything like that, but that's always been difficult. So for me, this virtual franchise has just been the best answer because I can stay home with my boys and I don't have to work full time and I'm still bringing in income. So I feel like I'm contributing in that way as well. So, and I think that was part of my upbringing and the way that I was raised and how my mom was, that I don't want to give that piece up. And, now that I've, really appreciated things, it's like, yeah, I agree. I do enjoy certain things. I do enjoy getting a massage every month. I do enjoy, traveling. And like I said earlier, I want to travel with my boys. I don't want to wait until, they're out of the house, to when Paul and I can travel. So I've started dreaming again and seeing that these dreams are possible. So the whole point of tonight, as we kind of wrap things up, is really kind of considering these things and getting really comfortable with what is your why. Because like I said earlier, with this business, it's a tough business sometimes. And when people tell you no, or they respond a certain way, or, somebody cancels an order, it's hard to take that sometimes. And if you don't have this strong why for what you're doing, it's easy to just kind of set it aside and say, oh, whatever, that doesn't work. But, this virtual franchise, the way that it's set up in our community and the group that we have and the business model that we have, it's such a gift for anybody that stays with it. And being really connected to your why and what that means to you will get you through those, tougher times and help focus and move you to, ultimately where you want to go. So, uh-oh. I don't know what that was. But, so I wanted to respect people's time and keep this to half an hour, and we're right about 8:30 right now. But does anybody want to share any final things or ask any questions before I go ahead and stop? Okay. So yeah, we've got some great things coming up. We have Ron Watkins on Friday night. We have Wendy Campbell the following Friday, and a Super Saturday training on the following Saturday. And then conference. So we've just got a whole lot of great things coming up to kind of clue into. So thanks for taking the time. And yeah, if you want to share this with anybody on your team, what I'm going to do is I'll just kind of upload this recording to the event page. So if you want, anybody else to see it, you're welcome to. And thanks for joining. And yeah, if you want to message me offline, I'd love to, if you want to come up with your written out why, let me know. Oh, and I did forget, sorry. The other thing that the key piece is your belief in the core four is what we kind of talk about. So once you have your why, once you have a very strong why established, you need to go through and kind of think about where your belief is on 4 areas. So the first one is your belief in the product. So your belief in Juice Plus, your belief in Tower Gardens, different things. So kind of rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where is your belief on that? The next one would be, where is your belief in the Juice Plus company? So, you know, again, on a scale of 1 to 10. Thirdly is the business model. Network marketing, our Juice Plus business model, which is not strictly network marketing, but where's your belief on that? And finally, where's your belief in yourself to succeed on a scale of 1 to 10? So once you go through those 4 areas and kind of rank yourself, let your sponsor know, let your mentor know kind of where you are, and that's where you can kind of work on things. So if you need to build your belief a little bit in network marketing, or if you need to build your belief in yourself, or in understanding more about the company, once those beliefs move over to 10s on all 4, that's when you're really going to succeed and get to the goals that you want. So does that make sense? That was the second part. So okay, well, wonderful. Well, everybody have a great night, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you at an event soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.